Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz show where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show, and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. First up, we welcome Stephen and Christina, our first pair on the show. Stephen, how do you two know each other?
We are brother and sister.
And where are you from?
I'm from Holland-on-Sea in Essex.
And how about you, Christina?
I'm from Hitchin, lovely market town in Hertfordshire.
Very good indeed. Now, what do you like to get up to in your spare time, Christina?
I like going to watch musicals when I can. I like playing Scrabble, bit of playing the piano badly.
Playing the piano?
Yes.
Good stuff. Is that something you've taken up recently, or have you it's not good stuff?
It's not good stuff, no, it's not, no. No, I've played since I was a child.
Stephen, what about you? What would you like to add to that?
Well, I'm keen on tracing the family tree, as is my sister. I've been doing that for many years.
Have you made any startling discoveries?
Well, we discovered that our parents were related, not too closely related, but...
Say that quickly.
I had to get that one in, obviously, yeah. But close enough to make it worthwhile to see what else we could discover.
Good stuff. Well, very, very best of luck to you, Stephen and Christina. It's lovely to have you here. And next, we welcome Martin and Ian. How do you two know each other?
We met at college about 10 years ago and kind of became friends and ended up in a band together and been friends ever since, really.
Wow, should we quickly try and guess what they play?
So I'm guessing there's some heavy rock involved.
Yeah.
No, not really.
You try and steer us towards heavy rock, but I steer you back towards the
a little bit.
more
If it was,
mainstream.
yeah.
And Ian, of course, is on the keyboards.
I think Ian on the keys.
Ian on keys.
And Martin on axe.
Martin on bass. I can see Martin maybe with a pipe.
Yeah, you're right on the pipe, but no, I play the axe, as you say.
Oh, yeah.
It's Ian on the bass.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
No, because in folk rock, they don't... That's my guess, you see. Folk rock.
Oh, folk rock.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of folk rock, heavy metal and dubstep and...
Wow.
Everything.
And
I'm
instrumental
going to
jazz.
go out on a limb and say it sounds absolutely terrible.
It is terrible. It is.
Now, Ian, I can't help but notice you're on crutches. What's happened?
I was run over on a zebra crossing, but nothing would stop me getting on Pointless, so I've come on my crutches.
Wow, you've come on your crutches all the way from...
From Darlington.
From Darlington.
Yeah.
Now, Ian, what do you do?
I work at Newcastle University.
Oh, do you, right?
Yes, which was formerly Armstrong College.
Was
when
indeed.
when it was first founded.
Yeah.
At Ancestry Yours, I believe.
That's right, yeah. Yep, they're getting the jackpot. Well, very, very best of luck. It's great to have you here, and fantastic effort getting here, Ian.
Thank you.
And next, we welcome David and Hannah. How do you two know each other?
We're married.
Oh, and did you see that? They look dreamily at each other, just for a second there. Oh, where are you from, David?
We live in Tunbridge Wells. We grew up in Kent and, yeah, been in Tunbridge Wells for a couple of years.
And Hannah, what do you do?
I'm a teacher, I'm afraid.
What do you teach?
English and drama.
English and drama. Brilliant. Good, good, good. So you're really hoping English doesn't come up? Any
Really
literature,
hoping English doesn't come up,
that.
yeah. I'm more interested in lowbrow.
OK, words. Words.
Words
Word rounds
would be
would
great,
be great.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. David, how about you? What do you do?
I'm an engineer in the defence industry.
OK,
So...
what are your particular disciplines in terms of Pointless? What do you think you'd be strong on?
Geography, some elements of engineering, technology,
It's about time we had some elements of engineering in this show, isn't it?
Elements of
I
engineering.
would also hope you're quite good at some elements of engineering as well.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Our defence is in his hands, so
Yeah.
yes, we might have hoped. Well, very, very best of luck to you, David and Hannah. Great to have you here. And finally, we welcome back Arnold and Sam, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach our final, and this is your second chance. Arnold, remind us how you know each other.
Grandfather and grandson.
And Sam, what happened last time?
Oh, it's dreadful. I was trying to play it easy, like the easy answers, and it just didn't work. So I left him with too much to do.
It was currencies, countries and their currencies.
Yeah, but that was the subject I said I was strong at, geography.
Yeah.
No.
And so what are you hoping is going to come up today, Sam?
I'd rather not say, because last time I said that, I got it wrong. But sport, anything like modern sport, maybe modern music.
But Arnold, how about you? Anything you particularly like to see come up?
I rather enjoy history, geography, again.
Yep, good.
Keep away from celebrities.
Right, OK,
please.
yes, I should.
And film.
Well, great to have you back on the show. It was round 2 last time. Let's hope we see more of you this time, Arnold and Sam. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. If he fell over, obscurity would just pour out of him. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon to you. Are you well?
Very well.
Excellent. What are you laughing at?
It's that look of bafflement on your face when I said that.
When I said if he fell over, obscurity would pour out of him.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty weak. I think that could have used a little extra twist to it.
Yeah.
Now, we've got 4 pairings today, of which we've seen all sorts of different variations over the many episodes we've done. We've got a married couple, we've got brother and sister, seen that many times. We've got grandparent, grandchild, seen that many times. We've got bandmates as well, which we've seen a number of times. So I've got somebody to look through all the archives, tell me which of those 4 groups has been most successful on Pointless over the years. And what do you think the most successful of those combinations has been?
Bandmates.
Bandmates, very much 4th.
You're going to have to tell me.
Married couples.
There we are.
Being the more successful, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Goes to show, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Doesn't it go to show?
Although the massively high divorce rate after Pointless, unfortunately. That's the other problem.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of our 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you'll all score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Tom and Alex won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is football. It's football. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what our question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many members of the Euro 2012 England football squad as they could. Euro 2012 England football squad. Richard.
Yeah, we'd like you to name any of the 23-man playing squad for England at the UEFA Euro 2012 tournament, please, in Poland and Ukraine. Any of the 23 players in that squad. Very, very best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Now then, Christina and Stephen, you all drew lots before the show. Oh, Christina, you're looking pained.
I know. I can't.
It's only just been.
I know. And I watched it as well. Some of it.
Now, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first, Christina and Stephen. So, Christina, you are first up.
Dear, how long have you got? I'll have to say John Terry. I know it's...
John Terry, says Christina. John Terry. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said John Terry. Still going down. 55. 55. Could have been a lot worse. John Terry, 55.
Yes, absolutely. Much better than 100. John Terry, of course, of Chelsea and England. Chelsea captain, not England captain.
Yeah. Martin.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to block out all memory of Euro 2012. It was depressing, but I can remember most of the team. I'm going to play relatively safe and say Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson, says Martin. Jordan Henderson. Let's see how many people said Jordan Henderson. Absolutely right. Very well done indeed, Martin. That's a great score. 5 for Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, good answer, Martin. Liverpool midfielder, of course, came in as a late replacement.
Hannah.
This is a dreadful category for me. I don't even
Did you
know if
watch
this is
any of
right.
it?
I did watch it, but I didn't pay any attention.
Do any of these names ring a bell? The ones we've heard?
One of them did. I knew John Terry. And I can think of one that's going to be a really big scorer, but I'm going to try and avoid that. I don't even know if this is right, but I'm going to say Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole, says Hannah. Ashley Cole. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. Ashley Cole. Absolutely right. 49.
Yeah, another big score, but again, it's not 100. Absolutely, Chelsea defender Ashley Cole.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Arnold, the most obscure footballer in the England 2012 squad.
Well, the way they played, most of them were obscure, weren't they? I'm going to have to play safe, and I'll go for Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, says Arnold. Ashley Young, let's see how many of our 100 said that. 20. For Ashley Young.
Well played, Arnold. A very solid answer. Of course, Ashley Young and Ashley Cole were the two England players that missed penalties in our defeat to Italy.
Thanks very much. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at our scores. Well, Martin, Jordan, Henderson, what a great answer there. Lovely low score of 5 is your reward. So Martin and Ian looking pretty strong at this stage. Up to 20, where we find Arnold and Sam. Up to 49, where we find Hannah and David. And then up a little bit to 55, where we find Christina and Stephen. So, Stephen, you're not miles ahead, but you are ahead. So we will need a low-scoring answer from you, Stephen, and you'll be the last person to answer. So good luck with that. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, Sam, we are looking for footballers in the England 2012 squad.
Okay.
You're on 20. The high score is on 55 as Stephen and Christina. So if you can score 34 or less, you are through to the next round.
I'm not sure if I should play safe or try and go for a low score.
Always try and go for a low score.
OK, I'm going to go for Daniel Sturridge.
Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's right. Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with Daniel Sturridge, you are through to the next round. Let's see how many people said it. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam.
I actually thought that was he was in the squad.
This is an issue you're going to have to take up with the FA, I think. Unfortunately, that's an incorrect answer, which scores you 100 points.
Yeah, sorry, Daniel Sturridge, of course, Chelsea striker. He was injured, I think, so wasn't even in contention for the squad.
David.
My mind's gone blank on the really obscure ones, so I'm going to go for a sort of medium safe and say Theo Walcott.
Theo Walcott, says David. Let's see if that's right. Here comes your red line. It's quite nice and high. The high scorers at the moment are Sam and Arnold on 120. You're on 49. You want to be scoring 70 or less. So, Theo Walcott, will Theo get you below that red line? Let's find out. Yep, well done. 38 for Theo Walcott. Takes your total up to 87.
Yeah, Theo Walcott played in all 4 games. The Arsenal player scored as well against Sweden.
Now then, Ian, you're on 5, which means you're through to the next round, essentially. Even if you score 100, you won't overtake Sam and Arnold. So,
Well, yeah, I'm tempted to go on that basis to go for something a little bit more risky. I think I'm going to go for Phil Jagielka.
Phil Jagielka. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. Even better than Martin's score. What about that? Takes your total up to 9. A total in single figures. Ian and Martin, very well done, both of you.
Yeah, great team, Ian and Martin. They're disproving that curse of the bandmates, aren't they? That's very well played. Yeah, Phil Jagielka, he's got Polish grandparents, which is rather lovely. Didn't play in any of the games at Euro 2012, though, but in the squad.
Stephen, if you can score 64 or less, you're through to the next round. Talk us through your thoughts, Stephen. Is this a nightmare for you, or is this a great category?
I like football, and I'm sorry that Christina really had to go through it first. I'm minded to say a goalkeeper who didn't actually play, but in, I think, his first international, he had a disastrous match, and that is Robert Green.
Here is your red line. Let's see if you can get below that red line with Robert Green. How many people said Robert Green? You've done it. 10. Very well done. That takes your total up to 65.
Yes, well played, Stephen. Good answer. Rob Green, England's #2 goalie. He watches the show as well, Rob.
Does he really?
He does, yeah.
That's brilliant.
He's a pal of mine. Watches the show. Big fan of yours.
Hey.
So he'll be watching. So well done, Rob. 10 points,
Brilliant.
not bad, is it?
Brilliant. Not bad at all.
And, yeah, absolutely back in the England fold, which is great. He was playing for West Ham, now plays for QPR. There's no pointless answers up here, but there's a couple of very, very low scorers. Actually, England's third choice goalie would have been a terrific answer. He didn't play either. Jack Butland would have scored you 1. Leighton Baines would have scored you 1, the defender. Phil Jones, the Man U defender, would have scored you 3. There's a few other low scorers. Well done if you said Martin Kelly would have scored you 4. Stuart Downing, 5. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain would have scored you 5. Jermaine Defoe, 15. Those are the kind of the lower scorers. Let's take a look at the highest scorers, though, the ones that most of our 100 people said. Hannah gave us Ashley Cole, would have scored 49. Christina gave us John Terry, 55. And there's a runaway leader here. Who do you think that is?
It'll be Wayne Rooney.
It is Wayne Rooney, absolutely right. And his new hair would have scored you 85 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the losing pair with a high score of 120, Sam and Arnold.
It's dreadful.
You did exactly the right thing. That's a kind of heroism in many ways, to go out onto the thin ice of pointless, looking for a low score. You're doing exactly the right things. Can't fault your tactics at all.
I don't know why I said him, to be honest, because I was going to say Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, so...
Well, I'm so sorry, Sam and Arnold. We have to say goodbye to you far too soon. We were expecting great things from you today, but it's been great having you on the show. Thanks so much for playing. Sam and Arnold. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only going to be room for 2 pairs in our head-to-head round, so one of the pairs in front of me now will be leaving us at the end of this round. Very, very best of luck to you all. Our category for round 2 is famous Europeans. Famous Europeans. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns famous Germans. Famous Germans, Richard.
Yes, on each pass, we're going to show you 6 descriptions of famous people who were born in Germany. Can you tell us who they are, please? Give us a nice obscure answer. You're going to score fewer points. Give us an incorrect answer, though. That'll be 100 points. There's going to be 12 Germans in all to guess at home. Good luck.
OK, thanks very much. So we are looking for the famous Germans described by these clues, and here's our first board. Painted the Ambassadors, 1533. Won Wimbledon Men's Championship, aged 17. Wrote the play The Caucasian Chalk Circle. The Iron Chancellor. Lola Lola in the film Blue Angel. And the Formula One driver won the championship 7 times. I'll read those all one last time. Painted the Ambassadors, 1533. Won Wimbledon Men's Championship, aged 17. Wrote the play The Caucasian Chalk Circle. The Iron Chancellor. Lola Lola in the film Blue Angel. And the Formula One driver who won the championship 7 times. There we are. 6 famous Germans. Christina.
Well, films isn't a great category of mine, but I'll go for Lola Lola in the film Blue Angel, Marlene Dietrich.
Marlene Dietrich. OK, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Absolutely right. Oh, it's a good score. Look at that. Christina, 12. 12 for Marlene Dietrich.
Yeah, good answer. 12 is a terrific score. So it's her last movie before moving to the USA. It's the movie that made her famous.
Now then, Martin.
Yeah.
How's this board for you? After football?
I was hoping for famous Frenchmen, so unfortunately, it's close.
Oh.
Probably going to be quite high, but I'll go Wimbledon Men's Championship, age 17. I think was Boris Becker.
Boris Becker. Boris Becker. Let's see how many people said Boris Becker. 32. Could be a lot worse, actually. Boris Becker getting off lightly there.
Yeah, Boris Becker, very good answer. Set all sorts of records when he won that Wimbledon. His youngest ever Wimbledon champion. His first German to win Wimbledon, first non-seed to win Wimbledon as well. Very impressive feat. Not the youngest ever Grand Slam winner, though. That's Michael Chang, who won the French Open a little bit after that. Thanks
very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Hannah.
There's a couple on there I'm not sure on. But I do know that the person who wrote the play Caucasian Chalk Circle is Bertolt Brecht.
Bertolt Brecht, says Hannah. Bertolt Brecht. See, that English teaching business comes really handy, doesn't it, sometimes? Brecht. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. Very well done, Hannah. Great answer.
Yeah, well played, Hannah. Very good answer. Bertolt Brecht, born in Bavaria in 1898. Let's go through the rest of the board. The Iron Chancellor.
Bismarck.
Yeah, absolutely right. Otto von Bismarck would have scored 19. The Formula One driver.
Schumacher.
Michael Schumacher, yeah. 62 points that scored. And the best answer on the board is the painter of the ambassadors.
Holbein.
Hans Holbein, absolutely right. Scores 1 point. Very well done if you got all 6 of those. Terrific work.
Thanks very much indeed. OK, well, let's take a look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. By far, the best score of that pass was yours, Hannah. Very well done. David and Hannah now looking very strong on 4. Up to 12, we're behind Christina and Stephen, looking pretty sturdy. Then Martin and Ian, way out front in 32. So, Ian, we need some deft work from you on the next board, and we have to hope that's going to be enough to keep you in the game. Very, very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more famous Germans on the board, and here they come. We have got... composed the Ring Cycle, directed the 1984 film Paris, Texas, became the first female Chancellor in 2005, wrote the symphony known as the Eroica, Mayor of West Berlin, 1957 to 1966, and came up with 2 theories of relativity. I'll read those all one last time. He composed the Ring Cycle, directed the 1984 film Paris, Texas, became the first female Chancellor in 2005, wrote the symphony known as the Eroica, the Mayor of West Berlin, 1957 to 1966, and came up with 2 theories of relativity. There we are, 6 clues to 6 famous Germans. Now, David, you're going to try and find the most obscure one you know on that board. Your score is 4 at the moment. The high scorers are Ian and Martin on 32, so 27 or less is your target.
I'm going to go with, came up with 2 theories of relativity and Albert Einstein.
Einstein, says David. Albert Einstein. Let's see if that's right. Here comes your red line. Thanks to Hannah. That's higher than it could be. Let's see how far down the column Albert Einstein can get you. 43, not bad. That ought to be enough to keep you in the game. Takes your total up to 47. Richard.
Yeah, born in 1879, Albert Einstein. That's quite a way to sum up the great man's achievements in his lifetime. Came up with 2 theories of relativity. It's almost like went to the shops, came back with 2 pints of milk.
2 pints of really important milk, though.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. Now then, Ian, we require something very, very clever from you here.
Yeah.
The high score is on 47 at David and Hannah. You're on 32, which means you have a margin of 14.
Right.
And I fear this is probably your best shot.
I think...
Stephen looks like he knows Germans back to front.
Yeah, I fear that this won't be very high scoring.
No, it's good. We don't want it to be high scoring.
No, sorry, the other way around, yes. One of them is on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember it. I'm just going to be kicking myself. So I'm going to have to go for what I think is going to be a high scoring one. Andrea Merkel became the first female Chancellor in 2005, I believe.
OK, Andrea Merkel, says Ian.
Yeah.
There's your red line. That's the one you want to be getting below there. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Andrea Merkel. Oh, Ian.
Yeah, Angela Merkel.
I'm afraid that scores you 100 points. Takes your total up to 132. I'm sorry, Ian.
Yeah, I won't give the correct answer to that question until the end of the pass.
Stephen, good news. You're through to the next round. You're on 12. Even if you score 100 points, you won't overtake 132. The board is yours. Cover yourself in glory and provide all the answers.
Well, if I'd have been put to it, I would have gone for one of the 2 composers, and I'll stick with one of those. What I'm going to go for is the composer of the Ring Cycle, who was Richard Wagner. Wagner,
says Stephen Wagner. No red line for you. You're already through. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Wagner. 16. 16, taking your total up to 28.
Well played, Stephen. Very nicely done. And if you'd had to go for the Eroica?
That was Beethoven.
Beethoven, absolutely right. It was actually a better answer. Would have scored you 13 points there. Now, the first female Chancellor, it's Andrea Merkel's sister. It's Angela Merkel, I'm afraid. Sorry, it's very, very tough luck. Would have scored 27 points. Actually wouldn't have seen you through, even if you got it right. Directed the film Paris, Texas.
I can't remember the name of the man. I will in a second, though. I will. Wim Wenders.
Wim Wenders, absolutely right.
Wim Wenders.
Would have scored you 4 points. And the mayor of West Berlin?
No idea.
It's Willy Brandt. And that would have scored you 3 points. That's the best answer on that board. Well done if you said that. Anyone who got all 12 of those, it's very impressive, isn't it?
Very impressive. Or German.
Even for a German person, that's quite good, especially because they're doing this not in their first language.
True, exactly. They'd have to translate, they have to understand what all the odds are close for. Thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, our losing pair with our high score of 132, it's Ian and Martin. Well, it's some sort of relief to know that even if you'd got Angela's name, you knew at the minute.
I did, unfortunately. Think before you leap next time. Yeah.
Bad luck, I'm afraid, but we will see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. Ian and Martin, great contestants. Thanks so much. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Congratulations, Christina and Stephen, David and Hannah. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. You're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. But the big difference is you are now allowed to confer. Both teams looking pretty good. It's going to be a very good head-to-head. Very, very best of luck to both of you. Let's play the head-to-head. Here comes your first question, and it concerns acting Elizabeths. Acting Elizabeths, Richard.
Yes, for this question, we're just going to show you 5 pictures of actresses who were born with the name Elizabeth. Can you name the most obscure of these 5, please?
OK, let's reveal our 5 Elizabeths, and here they come. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 acting Elizabeths. Now then, Christina and Stephen, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
Bewitched.
Was it Montgomery?
Yes, it is actually.
Is it?
Should we do that then? I think I know B, but it's a bit of a risk. Stephen thinks he knows A, and as usual, I shall defer to my brother, and we shall go for A, Elizabeth Montgomery.
Elizabeth Montgomery, you are saying for A. David and Hannah, it's over to you. Talk us through the board, if you can.
Well, Hannah thinks B is Elizabeth Taylor.
No, I don't know for sure.
OK.
I was guessing.
Hannah doesn't think that,
We
apparently.
think D is Betty. I think it's Turner. Betty Turner, is that her name? No.
I'm not sure. E is Elizabeth Hurley. C looks like Nicole Kidman, and we're picking up on the fact you said named from birth, Elizabeth. So we reckon that's potentially worth a shot, and maybe she was named Elizabeth from birth. So, do you think?
Go for it.
We're going to go for C, Nicole Kidman, then.
You're going to say C, Nicole Kidman. Christina and Stephen are going to say Elizabeth Montgomery for A. A, Elizabeth Montgomery. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Elizabeth Montgomery. We got 18. David and Hannah have gone for C, Nicole Kidman, in our acting Elizabeth's round. Nicole Kidman, shall we see if that's right? And if it is, let's see how many people said Nicole Kidman. No, bad luck. No, it's not. I see what you're saying. You're right. I mean, it's possibly the sort of trick Richard might play, but...
Just not on this occasion.
Not on this occasion. Incorrect, I'm afraid, David and Hannah, which means Christina and Stephen, after 1 question, you are up 1-0. Well done.
Sorry, I didn't play a trick on you. Nicole Kidman was born Nicole Kidman. That was... that's where she got her stage name from.
Is that why she calls herself Nicole Kidman?
Yeah, that's why professionally she's taken the name Nicole Kidman. She took her surname at birth, which was Kidman, and she took her first name at birth, which was...
That's how you get your given name. You take your... It's good fun, this. You take your surname and then you... That's right.
Yeah, you can try that at home. If you want to find what your actress name would be, take your surname and then take your first name at birth and put them together, and you get yours. Mine would be... mine's funny. Mine would be Richard Osman.
You should use that. Mine's
That's a good one.
Alexander Armstrong.
Alexander, oh, that's all right.
Not
That's
bad.
quite
Yeah, it
good,
sounds
yes.
sort of feasible.
Got something to it. Now C, so it's not Nicole Kidman. It's probably best known to British audiences as Lady Grantham from Downton Abbey. It's Elizabeth McGovern. So it would have been a terrific answer, actually, because it would have scored 2 points. Best answer on the board. Elizabeth Montgomery, of course, best known as Samantha in Bewitched. Now, you were going to go for B as well. What were you going to go for?
Is it Betty Grable?
It is Betty Grable, yeah. Would have been a very good answer as well. It scored 7 points.
You used to have hair like that, didn't you?
Yeah, very much so. And, oh, look, you used to have hair like D. Didn't you? Isn't that strange?
Still do, don't I?
D is Betty Driver. Betty Turner. Betty Driver, obviously best known for Coronation Street, would have scored 40 points. And E is Liz Hurley. And she would have scored 75.
Wow.
It's a big old score, isn't it?
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So here comes your second question. David and Hannah, you need to win this question to stay in the game. And it concerns Mohandas K. Gandhi. Mohandas K. Gandhi. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you 5 clues to facts here about the Indian leader Mohandas K. Gandhi. Can you give us the most obscure answer, please?
Thanks very much. So let's reveal our 5 clues to facts about Gandhi, and here they are. Known by this title that means great-souled, the profession he studied for in London, the year in which he was assassinated, the actor who won an Oscar for portraying Gandhi, and the city of his birth. I'll read those all one last time. He was known by this title that means great-souled, the profession he studied for in London, the year in which he was assassinated, the actor who won an Oscar for portraying Gandhi, and the city of his birth. Now then, David and Hannah, you go first.
Go for you.
We're not really sure on a lot of them. We're going to go for the actor who won an Oscar for playing him, Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, say David and Hannah. Ben Kingsley. Stephen and Christina. You can talk us through the board if you like.
Well, he was known as Mahatma. We also knew it was Ben Kingsley. I can't quite recall the year in which he was assassinated, so we're going to go with the profession, which we think is the law.
OK, you think he was studying the law in London. OK, so we have Ben Kingsley versus lawyer. So, David and Hannah have said Ben Kingsley. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said Ben Kingsley. $35 for Ben Kingsley. Christina and Stephen are saying he was studying law in London. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Absolutely right. Will it beat Ben Kingsley? Yes, it will! Wow, 21 to 35. Very well done, Christina and Stephen. After only 2 questions, you are through to the final 2-0. Richard.
Yeah, very good answer. He travelled to London to train as a barrister. And you're right, he was known by the title Mahatma. Would have scored 12 points. That means great-souled. The year in which he was assassinated was 1948. Would have scored 6 points. And the city of his birth is Porbandar in Gujarat. Porbandar in Gujarat, and that's a pointless answer. So very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's David and Hannah. Too clever by half, I'd say, in that first round. Nicole Kidman. There we are. Anyway, David and Hannah, we'll get to see you again next time, which is great news for us. We'll look forward to that very much. Meanwhile, thanks very much for playing. Great contestants.
Thank you.
But for Stephen and Christina, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Christina and Stephen. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,000. Well, you've done so well. Straight through that, we've thrown football at you, we've thrown Germans at you, we've thrown Elizabeths at you, and Gandhi.
Yes.
You've come through smiling. 2-0 in the head-to-head. Very impressive indeed. Now, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today, but if you can come up with one now, you will go home with that £1,000 jackpot. First, though, you've got to choose a category, and you have a choice of 5 options. They are modern playwrights, pop divas, tennis stars, state visits, film actors.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, not the best.
Well, pop divas, if they're 1970s pop divas, that's fine. But anything,
Later than that,
anything after about
no.
1980 is a complete no-no.
With more mature, you know,
Yes.
so not quite her area.
State visits, obviously, well, may not be royalty, but I don't know.
Could well be.
State visits.
She's been all over the place, hasn't she?
And it may
So
not be,
it's so
may not
hard.
be Her
That's
Majesty
right,
though.
yeah.
Could be any of the others, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Film actors. Well, again, it depends. If it's before 1960, maybe, but after that,
I know,
I
that's
don't
right.
know.
And they, I don't know.
I don't know what
and
modern
tennis
playwrights.
stars.
Oh,
I think maybe we should
she'll
go
come
for
back
state
tomorrow.
visits. Maybe state visits. We both know.
We
a
can
bit
guess
about,
royalty, can't we?
Yeah. By default, I think, don't you?
All right. Yes. Okay. Then
Would
we
you-
Okay.
Are you happy with that? Yeah.
Well,
State visits
we'll
it
have
is.
a go at state
We'll have a go at
visits.
state visits.
OK,
Yeah.
best of luck. Let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many non-Commonwealth countries visited by Queen Elizabeth II as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any country of the world which is not a current member of the Commonwealth, which Queen Elizabeth II has visited on an official state visit up to the beginning of May 2012, please. And that's according to the official website of the British monarchy. So any non-Commonwealth country to which the Queen has made an official state visit, please. As always, we mean a sovereign state which is a member of the UN in its own right, please.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
I think so, yes.
OK, let's
Yep.
put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Go through non-Commonwealth.
OK, she's been to the Republic of Ireland. She's probably been to Italy, maybe, as a guest of the Pope. She's certainly been to the USA, but that'll probably be quite high. My first 2 guesses.
Right.
So, what do you think?
As
Any
you can
thoughts?
gather, I haven't really got much idea. I
Right.
can't even think of
She
any
may be in
non-Commonwealth
South Africa,
countries.
possibly. That's, don't know if it's in the Commonwealth or not.
What about any Asian countries? Any obscure
She may
Asian
have been to Russia
countries?
when it was in the Soviet Union. Possibly,
Right.
I'm not sure though.
Any of the Baltic states?
I'm not sure about them. Norway, Denmark.
Okay, so what are we thinking that we're going to go for then, Stephen?
Well, it's certainly been to the Republic of
Right.
Ireland.
Yes, all right, Republic of Ireland.
I'm guessing at everything else. I know it's been
Is
the
there-
USA, but that's
is there
not
some
going to be
obscure
pointless.
island that she might have been
10
to?
seconds left.
Some
Okay.
obscure
I'm
island.
going for Italy only
Right,
because
she been to
maybe the guest of the
Madagascar or
Pope.
anything like
Not
that?
I know
or-
of.
Right,
What was
we'll
your
go
other?
for
What was the
Norway.
third one?
There we are. That's your time up. So, we were looking for non-Commonwealth countries visited by the Queen. I now need your 3 answers.
We'll go for South Africa.
South Africa,
We will go for Italy
Italy,
and the Republic of Ireland.
and the Republic of Ireland. Now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Absolute guess was Italy. So, so our best shot would be.
We don't know, Republic of Ireland. Republic of Ireland. we
Republic
don't
of
know.
Ireland. OK, we'll put that last. Republic of Ireland last. And which is your least likely, do you think?
Possibly South Africa.
South
That
Africa?
may
Well,
have been-
OK, let's put those up on the board in that order. And here they are. We have got South Africa, Italy, Republic of Ireland. There we are. So we were looking for non-Commonwealth countries visited by the Queen. Your first answer was South Africa. You thought this was your least likely shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that jackpot of £1,000. So let's see how many people said South Africa. Is it right? An incorrect answer, I'm afraid. But I don't think South Africa was really... That was just sort of holding a place there, I think, wasn't it, really? Unfortunately...
Because we couldn't think of any
yeah.
others.
There we are. Not a pointless answer. So only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Christina, what would you do with £1,000?
I think I would go on an English weekend away.
Lovely. Stephen?
Well, as my daughter's getting married next year, I think that my share of the money will buy the first round of drinks.
Excellent. Let's hope one of your 2 remaining answers will win that for you. We're looking for non-Commonwealth countries visited by the Queen. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, Italy. This has to be right, has to be pointless. If it's both of those things, you leave here with £1,000. Let's see how many people said Italy. It's right. So your first answer of South Africa was an incorrect answer. Italy, absolutely right. Down it goes into the teens, still going down into single figures. If this goes, oh, 6. That's more like it. 6. So only one more chance to win today's jackpot. We're looking for non-Commonwealth countries visited by the Queen. Your third and final answer, the one you thought was your most likely shot at a pointless answer, is the Republic of Ireland. Now, this is quite a recent visit, but you're hoping that people might have just overlooked it. No, I sort of think you might be right. It's quite close to home, you see.
Yeah.
People wouldn't have thought that near to home, would they? First, you think of the African continent, really, I think. OK, so to win the jackpot of £1,000, this has to be pointless. Let's find out. The Republic of Ireland. Is it right? How many people said it? It's right. This is your last shot at that jackpot. Your first shot was South Africa, which was incorrect. Your second shot was Italy. This is going down into single figures. 9! Oh, no! 9. So, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. But you do still get to take home our pointless trophy, so very, very well done indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Stephen and Christina, there are plenty of pointless answers here. The Queen has been to all sorts of places, is the truth. I know one of the things you mentioned in the 60 seconds was, has she been to the Baltic states? She certainly has, and Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania are all pointless answers, all three of those pointless answers. Let's take a look at a few more pointless answers up here. In 1969, she went to Austria. She went to visit President Václav Havel in the Czech Republic, would have been a pointless answer. Visited the Shah in Iran, that would have been a pointless answer as well. Kuwait, another pointless answer. Liberia, Mexico, went to visit President Echeverria. Qatar, South Korea, she went in 1999. Thailand, there's other pointless answers. Jordan, Oman, Bahrain, you could have had Sudan, Ethiopia, you could have had Hungary or Iceland, Slovenia, Slovakia, Luxembourg. Plenty of pointless answers out there. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
How close were you to saying any of those?
Well, we did suggest the Baltic states, but I didn't really know. I wouldn't have pushed them.
Well, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you, Christina and Stephen. It's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Great contestants. Well, Stephen and Christina didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.